This month's Smash Our Stash was all about powders, pastes, and glitters. Hey, it's Beth. Welcome. This is the Smash Our Stash collaboration for the month of August of 2025. And this is a small collaboration that I put on each month that kind of encourages us to use some of those often hoarded or forgotten items that might be in our stash. Each month there's a different kind of theme or like theme group or prompts that you use to focus on using for your projects for that month. So this month the prompt or theme was powders, pastes, and glitter. So that can be embossing powder, you can use loose glitter, any type of paste, anything that you would use like mixed media wise to add dimension to a page. So it's, again, it's kind of a theme group. And I tried to use paste, but when I opened the jar, it was hard. Tried to re-wet it with some water, let it sit for a while. Didn't work, so tossed that. Went to plan B, which I was going to use somehow anyway, and that was embossing powder. So I took, this is an old, close to my heart stamp called So Grateful, stamp set called So Grateful. And I took this little polka dot grouping here, stamped it with some Versamark, and then used this pink embossing powder from Recollections and just added a little texture to the top of each of my layouts. And I was going to try and incorporate it a little, like some embossing in more places, but then I just wasn't feeling the stamps that I had with this layout. It's all about tie-dyeing and glow-in-the-dark golf, you know, just kind of very bright, kind of, I don't know, there's like a vibe that I wasn't getting from any of my stamps. So I focused on pulling in some other items. I do not like to use glitter, and I cheated and pulled in glitter cardstock on my layout, and that was enough. My letters and my titles kind of have a glitter look, but as far as actual glitter, I did get enough on my hands from this Doodlebug glitter cardstock that I counted that as the equivalent of loose glitter. But for my layouts, I just added a strip of pattern paper over here, and that kind of helped set the tone for some of the colors that I was going to use. And then on each of my layouts, I just brought a square of that glitter paper down here, so most of it gets covered. But then, you know, I've got the heat embossed element up here, and then title. And in each of the title, like this one, it's a little bit harder to tell, but there's like a subtle glitter element in the word fun here. A little more in this one. I ran out of these stickers, which is why here you have a V as a U. I don't know if that really flies, but, and then I just kind of brought some other embellishments in from my stash to decorate the layouts with. This is always a hard prompt for me. I'm usually one with this collaboration, I like to smash things, but it's really hard to, like, no way could I use this much embossing powder probably in my entire life. I don't emboss that much. So it was a little bit hard for me. I didn't use a ton of, you know, of the prompts from the grouping, but I did end up using up some other things in my stash. Like, I don't know that I would have used the glitter paper. I probably just need to like get rid of all the glitter paper because I never use it, because most of the glitter paper, every once in a while there's some that's kind of melded into the paper a little bit better, or the cardstock, but a lot of it just ends up rubbing off on your hand. So anyway, and I did use some labels that I hadn't used in a while, label stickers, and just some puffy stickers that had been in my stash. So I didn't smash anything, but I did use a bunch of stuff that's been in my stash for a while, including the stamp set and the embossing powder. So did I do a whole lot this month? No. But this is a collaboration. That means that there's a playlist in the description box below of other participants who have also used the same prompts, and I'm sure they have used a lot more of it than I have. So hop on down there, click on that playlist, and check out and see what everybody used in the projects they made. And again, if you would like to play along, I know we're in August, but if you would like to play along, there's also a link in the description box for the blog post that kind of gives you the schedule of prompts for the rest of the year. But I hope you guys enjoyed the layouts, got a little bit of inspiration to maybe pull out some of those glitters, pastes, and powders from your stash. But I do thank you so much for your time and hope you all have a very crafty day.